01 Starcraft, Starcraft Lite 850 is the name of this thing. Coming in here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This came in on a 6.5 foot bed with those overhangs. You know, it's kind of really important that you match up the proper bed size and whatnot. It's had a little bit of history. We're going to cover it as we go. But overall, what's here currently is solid. I'm not worried about anything that's current and condition-wise. And as we come back outside, we'll hit on some more of the outside history. So again, guys, the message of the day here is really, it's an 01. It's not perfect, but what's here is actually pretty respectable. The best I can determine from playing CSI for campers, you know, it's like, camping scene investigator, is that this RV, when it was new, it was owned by somebody who used it a lot, and they didn't really reinvest and put back into their RV. And then along the line, somebody got a hold of it who went through and they cleaned up all the little rough edges, and they didn't necessarily make it factory perfect, like there is no microwave currently. And you can see a couple little spots where like some window treatments over the windows may have been removed and whatnot. But the fact is that anything that's here is fine. Like no current leaks, no current problems. Any current appliances are still in good working order. But it's an 01. And we're not exactly asking top dollar for it. So I'm going to kind of detail it more outside, but that front wall has certainly had some attention. It looks like there was a leak up there at one point that has been professionally resolved. I have absolute confidence in it currently by looking at it, knowing what I know about RV repair. And what is nice too is up here above the bed for that evening airflow, you do have cross breeze windows, and you've actually got a max air vent cover above that vent right there. Now, kind of close quarters here. Let me back up a little bit. We got our gas electric little traveling fridge right there. Not the biggest fridge, but hey, not the biggest camper, which is kind of the whole reason this is here. The folks actually wanted more space and easier just hook and haul sort of thing. And the Hardside A-frame pop-up that they're purchasing on a 12-foot box is bigger with more living space than this truck camper. Kind of sounds funny to have a pop-up be a size upgrade compared to other things, but hey, if the camera's a little wobbly, I apologize about that. I've actually got my brother, Mr. Chase Haylett. He's outside lowering the legs of this down right now. This literally just got off the truck. We jump on things quickly. Now this table can be removed, and this is a jackknife sleeper sofa. I know this is not the best camera work in the world, but this is not exactly the biggest amount of space. So you can see there, you've got your toilet here, nice little cabinet space behind, with the favorite phrase I've ever heard this referred to as, is the fart fan here in the bathroom area. So overall, the exterior here is pretty clean. It looks like there's been, recent attention done to seals and things. The roof looks like it's always been kept. But as I mentioned inside, the front wall has basically had some attention. There has been a historical leak here. And the way that somebody went about this is frankly genius. If it wasn't for the fact that this isn't exactly the prettiest fix, if they built more RVs like this, I think RVs would be better off. If you get kind of close, and they did a beautiful job of framing it up, they took off all the corner screw trim, and they put down a layer of this like a Turnabond slide seam tape. And they did that on both sides. And then if you look really closely, you can actually see they put the screw trim back on top of that stuff. This stuff is no joke. You're sitting there going, what are you talking about? You're telling me that this thing is good because somebody put tape on the corners of it? And yeah, that is not like your everyday masking tape or anything, ladies and gentlemen. That is the kind of stuff that helps lash like fifth wheel slide out walls to the fifth wheel slide out ceilings. It is legit. It's very commonly used in modern RV production in areas that people don't see, like around roof fixtures and whatnot. It's fantastic stuff. So it had a leak, but it was very nicely repaired. So like I said, as far as I can tell from my experience, this RV was owned by somebody who at one point didn't take care of it the way they should have. Then it was traded and flipped to somebody who really knew how to, for very low money, put some extremely effective, smart fixes to this. And the end result is something that is, once again, super campable, super valid. I walked all over the floor in there, even when it was elevated, when it was off the truck. There's not a soft spot on that floor. Whatever was happening in the front, they took care of it quickly. There's nothing wrong with the roof. Any appliances, again, that are present and accounted for are all set. Interestingly, someone, no, I'm sorry. That was different. I've seen like 3 campers, and pardon my little disjointed moment right there. Between, like, to you this seems like one consistent flowing video, but there's been time that passes between video segments, and I get people ask me a lot of, hey Josh real quick, and then Josh real quick becomes a lot of not real quick stuff, so pardon me there. Max Air vent covers over both the bathroom and the bed area. I do like that handle for climbing up and down in here. The previous owners did not have any sort of step on the back of it. That is something that maybe we can look at through our parts and service department. We could get you various quotes on what different things run. Everybody's, you know, what they find acceptable is a little different. If you're like, no, buddy, hey, listen, I need some kind of step to get in this thing, give our guys a call. If that's the only thing you need to take this RV home, I bet we could arrange something like that. But the fact is, especially a used truck camper like this, a lot of folks come through with a specific budget in mind, and we didn't want to start adding stuff to this thing and zinging the price tag and you know, bumping it out of its equivalent price point. So everything's open to interpretation. We've got the camper sitting here as is, where is, how is, with a fair price tag on it. If you need a couple other things, we could either look at, you know, like I said, working something out, get you a discount in the parts department, whatever it might be. Because at the end of the day, we only do everything here at Haylett RV. Whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, accessories, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.